Sag. All right, Sag. Let's do this. All right, tell me what we got for Sag. What do we got for Sag? Okay. I just saw the Five of Swords. Okay. I feel like you guys are kind of resting up, Sag. Okay, what else? Seven of Cups, the foundation. Sag, there's been a real energy with you guys recently where I feel like you guys are in this sort of like solitude, rest energy, but you're seeing how a lot of the choices you've made leading up to this point have not really suited your higher self, where I feel like there's been an illusion around you guys where you thought it was, like something just isn't right. Ten of Swords at the sacral. It's almost like, well, it's not almost, it's a karmic cycle you guys have been stuck in where people have been leading you astray. Like, oh, go down there. There's success down there. Or go down there. That's a loving relationship for you. And I feel like you trusted a lot of people around you and you actually took a lot of their advice or all of their advice because this could have been your parents, people that you thought really loved you. Okay, but I think that they just have their own idea of what love really is. And honestly, these are like old sort of like ways of loving. Okay, it's like, go marry that person because they have a lot of money and they're going to be able to take care of you. But maybe you have money now and you're seeing that the person you ended up with is a complete demon, right? So, and what this has done, maybe you got all the stuff. You got the house, you got the car, you got marriage, you got all this, you got the ring, you got that, male or female, whichever way it goes. However, it's taken way more from you spiritually than you could have ever imagined. Okay? It's like a full end to any sort of creativity and zest in your life. This is the fire in your belly is gone, right? And now you're seeing how you're sort of solidified yourself in this energy. Wow. Eight of Swords at the solar plexus. Boom. This is all about this like mental anxiety, this like self-made. This is something that you created, right? Based off of decisions you made that I think were probably influenced by other people. Nine of Cups at the heart. And this is what you're trying to get back to. You definitely see the way through, but it's almost like you've painted yourself into this corner. You just went after these material things that you thought were going to bring you happiness, but no, they didn't at all. You're starting to realize that happiness lies within the purity of the soul that you have, right? It's in the nurturing of your soul. That's where it truly lies. You know, guys, I've come across many, many, many homeless people in my days. And I myself have been homeless before. And I can honestly say that some of those people and some of those moments when I was homeless, some of those people were some of the happiest people I've ever met in my life. And in some of those moments where I ended up homeless because I was trying to get away from certain situations and I had made bad decisions that led me up to that point, but I knew that the only way to break free was to completely let go of anything that was not serving my higher purpose and just jump into the unknown, which I've done. It made me feel really empowered and really happy. You have to understand that people who put their happiness and their soul's purpose first and put all the materialism aside are actually some of the most happy people in the world. And some of you might hear this and go, oh, homeless people aren't happy. What are you talking about? Yes, I understand that. Most homeless people probably aren't happy, but there are some out there that are extremely happy and they don't care about all this garbage, okay? That we've trapped ourselves with, and they understand that all we're leaving this planet with is nothing. Literally nothing, right? You can't stuff a mansion or sports cars into a box, okay? Underground. Nine of Wands, Sag energy at the throat. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Three of Cups of the third eye. Okay, Sag, this is actually good. This is good. I feel like you guys are sort of on the precipice of moving into this energy, right? So what this is telling me here is you guys have your eye on the prize, which is this Nine of Cups, emotionally fulfilled energy within yourself. You're like, you know what? The most important thing to me is to be happy within myself right now. This is what I'm going to go for, right? I'm going to take all these lessons I've learned, Nine of Wands. I'm beat the luck up, but I'm going to take all these lessons and I'm going to start creating these boundaries and I'm going to start vocalizing them at the throat position. Okay? This brings in a form of like celebration, but it's a form of celebration that you can't actually tangibly grab onto yet. It's more within self. Okay? It's more in your emotions, right? So it's more like you, spirit, your spirit guides, God, right? So it's this energy. You're seeing how this is the wealthiest, most abundant energy you can actually bring through for yourself, right? This is actually a beautiful energy because this is somebody who's getting ready to make a big up-leveling or they're on the precipice of it. They see it. Wow. Ace of Pentacles, and that's what it brings in at the crown, and you see this. Sag, you just really need to stay focused here. Stay focused because I feel like there's still a lot of mental anxiety you guys are dealing with. You guys could be dealing with some sort of addictions too, like drinking or drugs or whatever it is. But once you overcome that stuff, this is going to catapult you forward. Okay? I cannot tell you guys, when I quit drinking, how long has it been now? I think 3 years. I think about 3 years. Maybe more. When I quit drinking, it's the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. I wish I did it way sooner, okay? And some of you guys might be able to drink out there and maintain, and that's great. I have no problem with drinking. I just have a problem with me drinking, you know? I've started to say this in my readings. It's not really how much you take in drug and alcohol-wise. I mean, yes, it obviously affects your health, but that's really your own personal problem, okay? It's how it affects you and how you behave and how you affect other people's lives is what the biggest problem is, right? That's where the problem lies. You're starting to see all this now, okay? You're starting to see how behavioral patterns that you were stuck in have actually affected those around you, like the greater collective good. And you're like, you know what? I don't, that's not what I signed up for. I've been trapped in an illusion, right? And I saw the Strength card a minute ago, Leo energy. So this is you really now seeing how you can achieve all of this. You're seeing now what you need to do. I feel like it's almost like I'm seeing some of you sitting down with a pen and paper and making a list, okay? And guys, I've spoken about this before in readings. This is a very, 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 very powerful thing to do. I do it every day. Sometimes I do it multiple times a day. I'll write the same list out of things I need to do, so it's programmed in my mind. I make a little row of things I need to achieve for the day. I make another row of things I try to achieve within that week. I make another row of bills I need to pay. I make another row of supplies I need to get to maintain. I make another row of my schedule. I have it all down to a fucking science, right? And it's helped me get to the point I'm at now, all right? The happiest point I've ever been in my entire life, completely standing in my power, and nothing can fuck with me, okay? It's that sort of power. And we all have the ability to achieve this, okay? But you need to ask for guidance from God, all right? Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of... I'm going to try some different cards here. All right, let's go here. Okay, what else? Ace of Swords at the sacral. Wow. The Magician, Baphomet, at the solar plexus. You guys are just really starting to see that this thing you're dealing with, it's like a curse. This karmic cycle you guys have been stuck in is a curse. This could have been something that was put on a member of your family way before you were even born. Maybe before even your parents were born, right? It's like somebody somewhere down the line in your family lineage has had some sort of like word witchery or curse put on your guys' family line. And the way that's going to show up and keep trickling down the family line is through behavioral patterns, right? The way you show up in the world. So it's these learned behavioral patterns that you picked up from other people in your family that have just been passed down the line, and they've gotten to you, and it's really sort of culminated when it's got to you because it's had a dramatic effect on your life, and you see it now for what it is. It's like you see the demon in the dark, right? And it's like Spirit coming through, God coming through and handing you the Ace of Swords to kill this demon once and for all. It's an energy of love bombing. It's like luring somebody in with love bombing only to completely deplete them of everything they have. Interesting. I feel like that's the learned behavioral pattern. Whether it doesn't matter where you are on the story, just take it as it fits. You don't even have to be a Sagittarius for this to resonate. You could be any sign, okay? Any sign can resonate with you. Sagittarius is just the vantage point I've shifted my consciousness to bring through this message, right? So it's like when I'm pulling the cards, I'm thinking of Sag energy, and this is the message that comes through. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to switch decks again. These are very powerful cards, okay? These pick up the demon frequencies, but I don't believe they should be overused. I think they're just a deck that you should get a little bit of coloring in. They're very powerful cards. Page of Pentacles at the heart. So what this is a need to start completely fresh. Taking all of this as a lesson moving forward. It's like, you know what? I want to have kids, and I'm so glad I haven't had them until now, because now I have the opportunity to allow my kids to start fresh with all the wisdom and lessons that I've learned. So my kids can move forward into their power for real and not have to go through all the same garbage I've been through. Guys, that's evolution. Your children should not have to go through the same lessons you've been through. This is the most ridiculous learnt behavior that has gone on for decades. You know, I remember my father saying to me once, "Oh, well, I had to walk to school with holes in my shoes." And the way he said it was like, well, you know, I'm supposed to do that too because he did. This is just the most unevolved fucking thinking you could possibly have, right? It's ridiculous, all right? Every hard lesson that I've learned, I'm going to try and instill in my children so they don't have to go through that too. They can learn new lessons to put into our family gene line, right? Moving forward, right? Transmuting the old generational karma. We have new lessons we need to learn moving forward. We're in a modern age. Let's learn new lessons. Let's evolve. This is evolution. Learning the same lessons over and over is de-evolution. Okay. Let's switch decks again. The Emperor. Aries energy at the throat. Wow. I really feel like this is you, Sag. Once you transmute this energy, even though you're starting at the Page of Pentacles, I don't feel like it's going to be very long before you jump to this energy. It's like you're catapulted forward, okay? In a very, very, very violent way. But it's a violent way that creates evolution. Evolution is violence. Birthing a child is violence. The universe evolving and expanding is birthing. It's violent. But I feel like God is going to allow you to skip a bunch of steps because The lessons have been learned from here to here. You just need to get back to here with these lessons learned, okay? They don't need you to run another cycle of this, okay? So I feel like once you step into this, it's the letting go and going, oh, I guess I've got to work all my way up to that emperor status again, but a different version of it. And you're kind of like sad about it, but you give into it, right? You actually give into it, and then God comes through and is like, we're just kidding. We just wanted to make sure you're going to be humble and pure. And here you go. You can have your throne back, but we're going to do things a lot differently, right? You're going to be the kind emperor, the kind empress. You're going to be a person that people look up to. And they're going to do it because you're going to speak about those things that actually stopped you from evolving and tried to make you de-evolve again, right? I try to do this. I try to speak of all this stuff. I try to use my own hard lessons I've gone through to help you guys. And I do it in the most honest way I possibly can, right? No filter. Complete honesty about where I came from and the trials and tribulations I've been through. This is what God wants you to do, Sag. And you can still do it. The opportunity is still there. My hands are getting sweaty. I feel like you guys aren't feeling good too. I feel like you guys are just emotionally depleted. Wow. Unbelievable. 5 of Cups. Emotionally depleted. So this is like, all about the grief, right? About what you've just been through. So this is exactly how you feel right now. You're in this 5 of Cups energy, Sag. It's like you feel unloved. You feel like nobody likes you. You're feeling, it's a lot of regret. I get it. I totally get it. Just stay focused. That's going to go away. That's part of the lesson. You need to sit in that for a minute. Just know you're sitting in that and be like, okay. And just be easy on yourself. Nurture yourself. Be kind. And a quick way to move through this energy is to help other people in a very honest way. But do it using the lessons you've learned, Somebody who's not where you are on the path, maybe they're a little bit behind you, help them. Like, reach out to them and just try and help them forward because it's going to help you move forward, right? When you do that, then somebody's going to come through for you and help you and pull you forward. Okay, Sag, this is a really, really great reading. I'm really, really happy we finally got this reading for you guys. I feel myself getting choked up, too. I feel like some of you guys are crying. It's okay. Judgment. This is your new life, Sag. It's taking all this, packaging this, taking something with depth, taking something with beauty, a lesson. You can take the ugliest thing and turn it into a lesson, and when you turn it into a lesson, it's beautiful, right? Because you're humbling yourself and going, I went through this, and I want to make sure that none of you guys go through it. There's no reason for anybody else to go through this. We need to evolve, not de-evolve. Okay, let's just ground a little bit here. My hand's shaking too. I feel like some of you guys are shaking. I feel like some of you guys are trying to quit drinking. It's going to be okay. Okay, Sag, I love you guys. It's going to be okay. Just stay on this path. Keep going. You'll get there sooner than you think. Just have faith. Laugh. Laughing helps a lot. It really is. Laughing's like spiritual medicine. I always think of that movie Patch Adams with Robin Williams and how much of an amazing movie that is. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you watch it. Okay, Sag, I'm going to get out of here before I start crying. I love you guys. If you'd like a personal, hit me up. That information's below. Please be prepared to verify who you are. I've been getting a lot of requests for fake readings, and it's just a total waste of my time. So please be prepared to, again, verify who you are in some capacity. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes, and also thank you for all your donations. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.